think you should be.
Brand new Crypto TV episode. So basically on this episode we're going to be talking about Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, and then at the end of those three we are going to do viewer suggested charts that we're going to view. So firstly, let's look at the market cap. If I refresh the market cap, I'm going to make this lighting a little better. If we look at the market cap, you'll notice that everything seems to be down today, which is okay. Due to these past run-ups, it does seem like a run-up. So nothing to be too cautious about, you know. How's that lighting? Let's see. Okay, so nothing to be too cautious about, you know. It is nice to see some consolidation through an Ethereum as these prices go so high, and you know what? It's not a crazy drop. It's not like it's $40 or $50. You know, it's like 2%. So we're not really seeing much change. Maybe like a $5, $10 change in Litecoin and all those. But speaking about Litecoin, when we look, you'll notice, you see this run up that I drew yesterday, tested for a third or fourth time, I think. 1, 2, 3. For a fourth time, we tested this $233, $235 resistance level, and again we could not break through, which isn't so bad. We are having these light pay important information being released, but I definitely like to see Litecoin be at this price and high up. You know, we fell once and we are retesting this middle moving average on the 1 hour chart, which isn't so bad. We are a little bit oversold on the chart. Let's go into the 4 hour. You'll notice not much difference. You'll notice we are coming back down to retest the 211 line of support line to be a line to bounce off of. As you can see, we are consolidating again back to the 50 area on the RSI, which is a good sign. So we near consolidation, and you'll notice that like right here, we're now at the same price. And one is here around 60, and now we're at 50, and it's the same price. So that's nice to see that in price level, and the RSI is slowly coming back down to normal, which gives us more potential to break up. But I would definitely say this fall wasn't something I wanted to see happen, but pressure and break through this $235 line that seems to have a lot of resistance in Litecoin. So that's something to look out for. It happens as these news articles get published about Litecoin, and I want to see if we're going to go up from that news or if we're going to fall from that. But I can definitely see that the middle moving average is coming back up, which is nice to see. So that means that if ever we do fall again, it'll come back down to retest that move trend, so it won't be as low. You know, instead of it falling down to 160, it can fall down to 185 before it can bounce up off that. So that is a nice little line of support for us. But I can definitely see Litecoin coming back down, retesting that 211 mark. And I would like to see us go higher around 2. This is the next mark. I can see us hitting around 285. So keep an eye out for that, 250, 285. On the next bull run, we'll definitely set a higher high. If I go on to the daily, you'll notice a pattern that it seems to have is that it always seems to come back and set a higher than the last. You'll notice the last time we had highs, let's say right here, I'll zoom in. Last time we had a high, we fell. We set a higher high, we fell. Went back down, set a higher high, fell, consolidated. Set a higher high, which is where we are at now, fell. And now we're consolidating, going back up, and now I can see us, not trying to spread FUD, but I can see us going higher up and setting a higher high than the previous one. So that is definitely something to look out for to all those who are doubting Litecoin. I can definitely see potential pass through previous from previous charts. So, but the next thing, we take it one step at a time. It's definitely something that we need to see, is that we can go above this 235 line. Hopefully with enough pressure, we can pop right through that without even kind of stalling here. We'll just pop right through. So that is something to look out for. But I'm still very, very, very bullish, like I've been saying, on Bitcoin. I had a a commenter say he wanted me to talk about it a little longer, and my reason was that there hasn't been much progression in Bitcoin right now, kind of just stalling out, kind of taking its own time to slowly progress. But there is a lot of potential. I'm not anti-Bitcoin. I am very, very pro-Bitcoin. That is the number one currency, a cryptocurrency. So I'm 100% for Bitcoin, but it's slow. The middle moving average crossed over, which is nice to see that we're now in green. The RSI is slowly coming back down to an area support and a nice kind of equilibrium. So we're kind of in the middle, which is nice to see. So we're not too oversold, we're not too overbought. We're kind of just chilling, waiting for the next pump or move. You'll see though that we did an average, so it's going to start. This line is support, so it is going to start acting as. But we are still following this nice trend pattern. I could even make it a little lower if you wanted to. Maybe something like that. It's where I see the most potential for Bitcoin. Let's see if that's accurate. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty close enough. So yeah, moving back up, testing, that's the thing. That is why Bitcoin, that I notice now, is having trouble with prices, because the issue is that this green line crossed over the red band, and that is an indicator of a bearish term. So on break above this, we're going to have some trouble at this price level right around the 11,350 mark. So we have to come up above this red line, above that on a daily term, to be bullish call when we can go above that line. But as I said in my past video, when I told you we were going to come up to retest the moving average, it's what it does. It's what you can. It's clear as day, and it's a pattern that we look for. It retouched, may bounce off, may break out of this. I'd like to see a breakout. It goes on, but you never know. We'll definitely stay looking at it, and we'll keep an eye out on it. But it's definitely nice to see that Bitcoin has a terrible downtrend for some. Others it was perfect, for these the professionals who know what they're doing. Everybody was probably buying up all of this because this is a deal, guys. This was such a deal for everyone, especially the people that bought at 6,000. What a deal. It's already up almost, you pretty much doubled your money, and that's insane. So definitely keep an eye out on Bitcoin. We are still bullish though. We are still going up. 4-hour has crossed over, so I am still bullish. I'll be more confident in that bullish term as soon as we cross the middle moving average crosses over, the bands cross on the daily chart. But otherwise, I still stay strong, that bullish on both of those. Ethereum, let's see what happens. It seems like it had a pump fake, to be honest with you. You'll notice that this line was the line of resistance, and this was our support. We came up, retested, and guess what? Now we came back down. It was kind of a pump fake for Ethereum, and now it's retesting. It's looking at the middle moving average for an area of support. It's hopefully going to bounce up off the green line, and you never know. Also, this downtrend here is going to act as it does pop up off here, but very interesting pump fake. We could see it go down and then pump back up, which is probably what's going to happen, or we could fall lower. So definitely not a day where I can call trades, but I definitely keep an eye out for tomorrow as we see what tomorrow happens. Let's see. So I'm trying, like I said in my last few videos, I'm trying to review coins and altcoins that or answer questions and my subscribers have commented. So to continue off where I left yesterday, I appreciate you guys so much for commenting. I love reviewing coins for you. So the more you comment, the more I can help you guys out as well as educate myself. So let's go over Joseph M. SafeX, Safe Exchange coin. When you type it in on TradingView, it doesn't come up as a registered coin. So I'm going to have to, unless you can, I can find a chart to view. I can't really review that, but if you click on it, it just goes to invalid symbol. So I can't even review it, which is unfortunate because I wanted to. So I'm just going to have to move on from that. And the next coin, Hector Santos commented, review VEN. So VEN to BTC. We're going to review VeChain to Bitcoin. Now let's take a look at that. This is the 4-hour. I'm going to go to the daily. Your downtrend right here. Correct that a little bit. Kind of like that. Clear downtrend. And I guess a clear line of support. Bull run. But you'll see a clear line of support right here. Very, very, very nice. This is literally like basic graph reading skills. So basically, when you see a triangle like that, you expect something to happen at the end, and that is exactly what happened here. We had this clear descending triangle formation hitting a huge. It popped out of this. Now that would have been a nice short-term trade. I'm going to go into the 4-hour so we can get a longer candlestick. You'll see a huge trade put off of if you were to swing trade it, and I'm going to get a little bit more into that as these currencies continue up. But we are now we seem to be consolidating now on VeChain, I think. So we're coming back down, not go, but my advice to, let's see, Hector would be is if you see this touch this line again, I would buy. Now that would be only buy if we stay above this line. If you see it dip below, to infer probably right around here would be a nice line. So this is definitely the buy zone. Anywhere in here would be considered a buy zone for this coin. You should pyramid down when you buy in to any currency. So if this hits here, buy maybe, let's say, 10% of what you have that you want to put into it. Then buy a little more here. You pyramid down so that when you go up, you're basically guaranteeing yourself a potential increase. So that's what I would recommend for this coin. As for when it goes up, it'll probably pop off this because of how well this is a support. But coming down to test it again, we'll see what happens. It did break through the moving average, so that is interesting too. On the daily, the moving average isn't even on the daily. I guess it's too new. But on the 4-hour, you can clearly see the middle moving average. So I would definitely suggest waiting for this to pull down a little farther, retesting this line here. If it can break up off that, that's awesome. You made a crap ton of money. But wait and see if we fall further into this zone. This would definitely be the buy zone in here. And I'd start your buying right at that line. Don't go all in. Put a little in, see what happens. If we go up, you made up a quick buck. If we go a little lower, buy a little more and continue that process. Now, I guess we have time for one more coin for today. We're going to go, okay, so Co-Wheeler has a review. So I'm going to do one at a time. We'll do more in tomorrow's video. But I guess we'll do DigiByte. I'm not sure if I reviewed that already. DGB USD, does that work? Cool. Okay, so we have DGB to USD on the, let's see, Bittrex. So if you have that, that's what I'm going to review. I'm going to go to the daily chart. Okay, and let's take a look at what we can see. All right, so right off the bat, again, downtrend. I guess we'll connect it at the top here. A downtrend at, yeah, line of support right here. We'll move it right here, right around here. As you see, that is our line of support. So again, this is an interesting coin. The issue is you'll notice that the red line, the red band has crossed over the green band, so it does appear bear. Now, the fact that we can't seem to break up off this trend, off this, we're using as an act of support. So if we can't stay above this, we are going to fall, but you'll notice that we are starting some sort of trend upwards right here, like that. So my advice for this coin on the 4-hour, let's see, on the daily now, is wait it out. So basically, if you're going to buy into this coin or you want to buy more, is watch what happens. Because right now, it has two lines of support. We have this uptrend that it's bouncing off of, and then we have this line of support, which it's using double lines of support, double areas of support. So what can be said is if we bounce up off here, then that's a telltale sign we're going to go up. So if you can see us bounce off here, let's see, at it maybe around, if we get to maybe here, 0.0 force buying into some, because it is going to go up. Inferred. Can't give you advice. Don't take it with a grain of salt. You can't get mad at me. You're 100% responsible of your own actions with your own. But if I was to put in my own money, I would suggest that having two lines of support. So I'm saying wait to see a change and we start to continue upwards before I'd buy in. But it's definitely possible that we can continue upwards. We're going to bounce up right off that and continue up higher. So that's pretty much going to sum up the episode for today, guys. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Comment below any coins you want me to review that I haven't already. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I updated my channel. It now is Crypto TV. And I made a new intro. I tested out one yesterday. Not a big fan. Let me know what you think. And now tell me if you like my new channel, okay? Let me know if you like the new intro, and